The 73rd Troop Command and the Special Troops Command Provisional of the Ohio Army National Guard hosted their annual Best Warrior competition from November 15th to the 17th, 2024 at Camp James A. Garfield Joint Military Training Center in Newton Falls, Ohio. The tournament consisted of 16 non-commissioned officers and junior enlisted soldiers from the 2 participating brigades competing in a series of basic warrior task drills. The challenges included a ruck march, a land navigation evaluation, a stress shoot weapons exercise, and a physical fitness test, as well as a number of other examinations.
37 hours.
My favorite event for the competition, either land nav or the ruck. I competed last year on about 10 minutes notice, and those were by far my worst 2 events. Didn't find a single point on land nav. This year I found 3, so a little bit better.
The most challenging was by far the ruck. 10-mile ruck, the very first event after the in-brief. And then finding out that it was a 2-hour time limit. I didn't complete it in the 2-hour time limit, but the 10-mile ruck was definitely a challenge. But big shout out to Sergeant Duran, who was a runner-up for NCO for our brigade. He and I were kind of pacing each other along that whole ruck. If it wasn't for him, I would not have finished in the time that I did. So big shout out, big kudos to him.
This particular Best Warrior competition is one of many held at the brigade level throughout the year. The top performing junior enlisted soldier and top performing non-commissioned officer in this tournament will go on to compete in the statewide Best Warrior competition to be held in spring 2025.
It feels pretty good to win Best Warrior. I took 3rd last year, and I felt like I could have won it. I was really kind of mad at myself, and I told myself this year I was going to come and win it, and I did just that.
If it wasn't for my fellow competitors from the 323rd, Specialist Klein, who was the Soldier of the Year, Specialist Hoffmeister, I mean, he's just a physical beast. He had me on my toes for all the physical competitions. And once again, shout out to Sergeant Duran for pacing me on that ruck and having me finish in the time that I did. It was an individual competition, but all about team effort. So big shout out to those guys. Love them all.